From Thunderbird Sky, and we are now doing the angel card reading for June 27th to July 3rd. So I decided to kind of get ahead of the game a little bit and just pre-shuffle and pull the cards so I can kind of, do this a little quicker this time. So I'm just going to tune in and see what's going on for this week, and gonna kind of get into the cards in a second. So I'm just going to kind of focus on bringing in the angels and getting clear on what it is, what messages they want to bring across for this week. So, alright, so first thing I notice about the three cards that come up is the cards themselves are a lot lighter and brighter than what we've been getting over the past month or so, which is really great. Last week we had a lot of light coming in. There's a lot of light coming in. There's more light than coming in with in the images in these cards than before, and even like the borders of the cards are much redder colors. Excuse me. So, I'm going to start with the first one here, the Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical, unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So, excuse me, and my lungs are still having some issues this week. So, here is the Six of Ariel. I don't know how well you can see that. It's a little dark. But but even still, you can see some light coming in here. And just the overall impression of the card is much, much lighter, much, much brighter. Instead of just a little bit of light peeking through, we've actually got quite a bit more. Actually, it's very much backlit by, again, it's like last week. The light's coming from behind, so it feels like there's still a lot more of that energy coming in from kind of supporting us and pushing us forward. There's a lot of light coming through the trees, so there's a nice big tree, which I kind of feel like is the tree of life. It's a life giver. It's trees are also very nurturing. Going out into nature is a very nurturing process, and it can help to revitalize and recharge the batteries as well, which is something that, because of the heaviness that we've been experiencing for the past several months, to past year or so, something that's much needed. So I've also noticed that there's baskets and baskets of fruit. I can't tell if they're oranges or apples. I'm not quite sure. They could be peaches, but let's just say there's abundance of fruit. So to me, that just feels like, and the one basket really looks like oranges. So, when I think of oranges, I think of California. I think of bright. I think of sun. I think of life. I think of the oranges and apples and whatnot are very life-giving. They give us energy. So there's a lot of new energy coming in. Again, there's more of that new energy coming in even now. So it feels like even more so than even last week is there's a lightness of energy that's coming in. That's going to help us rebuild all of the the many ways that life may have been beating us down. I know for myself it's been pretty challenging for the past little while. So, and I know there's a lot of people that they're dealing with a lot of major challenges lately, financially speaking, family, relationships, the whole nine yards. And there's a lot more nurturing energy coming in. Each one of these cards successively gets brighter and brighter. So it just feels like there's a lot more coming in. There's still a little bit of darkness there, so we're still shedding some of that old garbage that we've been carrying around with us for a little while. But that's working its way out, and we're starting to come in a lot more energy now. So the next one again is King of Ariel. So we got lots of Ariel energy. Archangel Ariel, by the way, she's a very protective archangel, very similar to Michael in that way, but more feminine. She's known as the Lioness of God, so she's very fierce warrior kind of, but in a very gentle, compassionate kind of way. She's very nurturing because of that feminine energy. Whereas Michael is like the warrior, period, and all those other energies that goes around him. So, so the words that go along with this card: successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. So again, we have another financial success kind of card. We've been getting a few of those lately. Now, the last words here: using resources wisely. So what I'm getting from that particularly is kind of like the card shows. Again, there's still a little bit of darkness. There's lots of light in the background, but in the foreground there's still some darkness. There's still a little bit of heaviness hanging around. So you know, when the money starts to come in, don't blow it all right off, you know, right off the hop. Making sure you're still taking care of the basic bills. It's still going to be well before, maybe a couple of months before it really starts to show up. So make sure you're still handling it in a, you know, proper, in a very wise kind of way. Even when money really starts to come in, because you want to make, I'm being told that you still want to be putting money away and whatnot, not blowing it all. So even though there might be a temptation to spend a bunch because we've been really forced to really not spend any kind of money if we actually even have had money to even spend lately. So I know when there's been a drought, a dry spell kind of thing, there's a tendency to want to just go crazy when you do start money coming in. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know for myself, you know, there is definitely a tendency to do that. I'm being warned not to go there because we're still working the bugs out of the system. It's going to be a little while before it really starts to come in, like really fully into fruition with the finances, but it's going to start to come in over the next couple of weeks to a month kind of thing. Leap of faith. So the third card here is Archangel Metatron. We've got the purple, lovely purple color. Again, this one's even brighter. It's hard to kind of tell, but when you actually look at it, all the other cards, the light's been very much coming from behind, which is that energy pushing us, moving us forward, and also providing us that you know, we've got your back kind of energy. But now we see a lot of the light now lighting up the front, so a lot of that heavy energy is really starting to lift. There's still some darkness in there, but it's a lot lighter than all the other cards that have been around it. So the energies are a lot better. Things are getting cleaned up a lot more, and it's just feeling a lot lighter and brighter. We have a lot, there's an angel kind of hovering in the background here. And there's also a stairway that's kind of heading up towards the sun. So it's like we're being told there's a definite path to find our way to the light, to the sun, to our goals and our dreams and our accomplishment. The words on this one are believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. So that one's pretty straightforward. Keep moving forward towards what it is that you've been dreaming of and wanting for a long time, because it is going to start coming together. Again, this is not just a short-term thing, this is a long-term kind of thing. It's still going to take a little while, but just have faith that things are coming together, and you know, continue to do the work like we have been up for the past little while, and just know that that lightness is really is going to start coming in over the next, you know, couple of weeks still, and continuing to improve over the next 6 to 12 months actually. It's still going to be a process, but because we've had these heavy energies for so long, so it does take time for those to process through, but it is coming. So that's it for this week, for June 20th to July 3rd, and we will see you next week, and hope you have an awesome week, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a great week. Have a great week. I can't barely talk today, so have an awesome week. Thanks, guys.